Well, hello guys, welcome to this video. I'm the Custard Prophet. This is something a little bit different from what I've done before, but it may be something that comes to the channel in a little bit. Today we're just going to have a little look at the game itself. This is Tennis Elbow Manager 2. Now I wasn't aware of the first game, but it does tick some of my boxes in terms of things I enjoy in a game, and the big box it ticks is a sports management game. I do love a bit of that. As you know, the channel is very much focused on Football Manager, but this is tennis management. So you're essentially training up a young player and trying to get them to be best in the world, which is I think a really interesting concept. You can recruit specialist trainers, you can recruit additional players that you can kind of build up, and you sort of build up your empire, as it were, your sort of facility to be able to manage these guys in the best way. There's sort of finances, a finance aspect to it, all sorts of fun aspects. It's not as in detail as Football Manager, nowhere near that, but it kind of is. It is touching on some of those things, and I'm not sure if I'm hooked. I've played about an hour so far. I'm not hooked, but I can really see the potential in this game. It's in early access. I don't know if I said that already, and it is available on Steam at the moment. So we're just going to have a little look. I'm going to walk you around this game, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this. And yeah, leave a note down in the comments if you've already bought this game and what you think of it, pros and cons, all that sort of stuff. And also if you would like to see a series on this. First thing about this game though is the music is the most infuriating thing in the world, so that's been switched off. Second thing, as you notice, the cursor is a little tennis ball, which I quite like. Right, so what you can do on here, and I'm not sure how much they're going to change this, but if you click on the training club, you can actually play tennis. So you get to sort of, it's just like a traditional tennis game. So you play your you have a character, and you can play that character. But we're going to go into World Tour, and we're going to start a new game. So get the option to do the men's or the women's tour. Because I'm a sexist bugger, I'll go on the men's tour, and we will create a player so you can see what options you've got here. So this first screen is where we create the coach. So obviously I am the Custard Prophet from the United Kingdom, so you then can choose what your court is that's at your facility. I don't know, synthetic court sounds better. We'll play over this period. We won't go too hard. We'll go junior level difficulty. So then you get the opportunity of choosing what specialist your coach is. So volley, physical, mental, physiotherapist, rally, service. I had him as physiotherapist last time. I'm going to go on rally to try and boost those stats. So then you've got a bunch of stars, 10 stars that you can fit within these boxes. So here we're going to put 3, I think, in there. So there's a plus 9% boost on on rally, on training rally associated skills, which means that they will go more quickly. And as I kind of want my player to be more of a rally based player, someone who can keep themselves in the points, I think that would be useful. Charisma, so this is about recruiting players. I think we won't worry too much about that for this time and moment. So business, this is an interesting side. You can get sponsorships. We will push that up to 2. Potential detection, so this is looking at young players to recruit, so it's another interesting aspect to the game. We'll pop that at 2-star, and we'll put luck at 3-star, so getting more chance of easy first round matches, which is always good. So that's what the coach is going to look like. This is going to be the player, so Mark Limon. I'm almost tempted to keep that. It's a wonderful name, but we won't. So anyone following my rock save will know about the badge. He's got the badge on, and we'll make him from somewhere completely random. Where can we? The Falkland Islands. The badge from the Falkland Islands. We got the badge on. Right. So we can start age. We can do the starting age as different things, and you can change the height, the weight. We'll leave the height and the weight as is. We'll leave the starting age as junior because I think this gives you the best opportunity. You start at about 13 and you go all the way through your career essentially. And then you've got the opportunity here to. So I want someone. I don't want to. What do I want? An all-rounder. I mean, that's always good. Let's do that. Then you get the opportunity to put your, how many stars? 14 stars in various aspects here. And again, this relates to improving the stats of your player at the baseline level. So we will. Yeah, this one's quite good, so they don't get so upset. This one here. Yeah, we will again just go with one. So that one allows you to switch between surfaces. This seems a bit of a cheat that you lose training, you get more money. Money's an issue in this game. I don't really understand that. Less tired. There's a lot of travelling, so this is it's definitely worth having on. So in terms of the backhand, a flat, big fat black back, a big. I don't even know what I'm trying to say there. We'll ignore that. Prodigy is a fire starter, twisted fire starter. Yeah, we will go with a twist serve. Champion, ability to play your best. I mean, that's what you want really, someone who can do that. I haven't seen many injuries, so I'm going to leave that one blank. Early ball hit sounds quite useful. Fast learner sounds quite useful. Right, so that's what we got. That's our player. So this is what you, where you get to. So you then can change the appearance of your player. So, which is how you can change their grunt. Let's have a few grunts. That sounds. Yeah, we'll go with that one. That sounds the dirtiest of the lot. Oh, let's give him a hat. Make him look like a right. Oh, a headband. Oh, look at the headband. Headband and sunglasses. Oh, look at this. God, you can make him look a right tool. Let's give him long hair. Yeah. No. What the heck is that? Let's turn him round. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Long blonde hair with those sunglasses on. And his short, or I don't imagine he doesn't want to wear a skirt, but we'll give him sensible shorts. I'll give him some wristbands. See some. Yeah. One big wristband and we'll have that. Well, I don't get much option in terms of colour. It's white or white. Okay, fair enough. You've been boring. I was going to. No, of course he's going to be tanned. This guy. Right. Ooh. Let's do. What should we have? Oh, look, he's matching. Let's just turn him round. Oh, hello. Oh. You wouldn't go up against that. It looks like he's playing with a wooden racket though, which isn't great. So let's change that racket to something pink or something. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we'll go with our Jack the Badge. So then, as you can see, you have a bunch of stats, and what we're going to do is to try and build those stats up over time. So he is, admittedly, he doesn't look it. He's about 13 years old. So we are going to try to build him up. So we're going to just see a little bit of this, how it works at the start, see a bit of the game works when you're actually playing a game, and some of the other bits and pieces. We won't make it too long, but if you guys are interested in seeing a bit more of this, then come back, say yes in the comments. I want more. So this is, where were we? The coaching player. So this section allows you to train them. So initially, so I think soon he will be going to school. So he has schooling on in the mornings, and then the afternoons he will be doing things. But I guess this is the summer holidays or something. So you can put a bunch of different stats in there, a bunch of different activities in there, and this improves all the stats that you see on the screen. Mind shaping just sounds wrong, so just mind control. So we will make him do a bit of bodybuilding. So the skills versus potential, I'm a little bit confused about. Favour skills or potential. Now this relates to these things here. So I think this is the potential, but I'm not quite sure what you're going for in terms of the skills. So the potential always looks higher. So I don't know. I'm so confused with that bit. If anyone knows what that is all about, I don't know. So we will. So then you can improve. I don't necessarily want him to be doing his serve at this hand. Let's get him doing his forehand, power forehand. There we go. So then we can plan what we're going to do. So we're young bucks, so we are going to go to just the junior tournament. So here we go. And because we are a young player, we can only play in 12 tournaments per year. So remember, we have a hard court, and at this point you don't really want to be going elsewhere. So let's have a little look. We are going to be trying to enter the C tournaments, wherever you've got hard courts. We can't actually enter the first 4 or 5 because we're too late, which is typical. But then we've got to pick them as we go through. So what you can do, either you can enter the singles or the doubles, but because we're so low down in terms of our quality, we have to qualify for these tournaments in a qualifying event. So we'll enter this one in Nairobi. So yeah, we will go through the qualifying. Let's have a little look down. So we won't that a little bit of time to recover. Then this one, or do we want to go all the way out to Thailand? I'm not sure if the distance, because you have to take into account money spent and all these sort of things. So we've got an indoor carpet one after, because that might give us enough time just to build up some stats. And we'll play both in that and the doubles. So when you get to the doubles, you get the opportunity to play with so we can select. Oh no, we've have a selected partner already. So we got Harvey Pitt as our selected partner, and these, as you can see, this guy is a lot better than what we are. So he is right-hander. He's got no talent, and he's a volleyer, which is quite good actually. If you want to, certainly as a doubles player, because you'll clearly be doing a lot more volleying as double player. So we'll leave it like that for now. So we've got those 2 events, and then we'll sort of maybe stack it a little bit later on as we've improved. But for today, we will just have a look at this first tournament in Nairobi. We'll get to that. In addition, we've got sponsors that come in. This is the team that you can bring in. So you bring in coaches, but we can't bring in any coaches because we don't have any money. In addition, this is the coach information. So this is our information, but as I say, we can bring in additional trainers from this area. And it tells you, you have to sort of fly them out places. So whether they're happy to go economy or whether they want to be first class, their weekly wage, all other things like that, plus the skills. This is where we can recruit players when we improve our reputation, and this is our coaching centre. So as you will see, we don't have an awful lot. I don't know where our court is. This the court we've got? Here we go. We have 1 synthetic court. Actually, that's slow. Anyway, so we should be then better on a court like that. So then you've also got this one where we can see the tournaments that have been played, all that sort of stuff. So we move forward a week. Now we get a bit of funding from the Tennis Federation, which is 7,500 over 52 weeks, so it's pittance really. And this tells us what's happening in that week. What I have found is that it's really easy to exit the game. It's up there all the time on all screens. You can just desperate for you to leave the game, it seems. So as you can see, so we've had 1 week of we've had 8 days of training. So everything was see I've done it. Resume current player. Right. So as you see with the training, things have improved. So everything was 1.5. So his physique, because he's been going jogging and going to the gym, this is all improving quite nicely. His motivation is increasing. He's slightly better on these mid-slow courts, which probably means I've picked the wrong surfaces to play on, and I actually will probably focus more on clay and carpet. I thought carpet was supposed to be fast, but that's my own poor knowledge. But you can see, because we're focusing on rallying, that is where he's improving, and I think that's a good place to start. We can build up some of the other things later on. Right, let's move on. We're going to keep everything as is, at least for now. Move on a week. So it's very, very quick, as you can see. So everything's improving still. Now he's going to school, so we've lost those morning sessions. So probably want to... his forehand power is increasing nicely. I wonder whether we actually try and do a bit of the same on the backhand, just to make sure he's equally strong on either side. So I don't know what these little things are about the consistency. I'm not sure, but that's for me to learn. He's an all-rounder, or he will be an all-rounder, because that's what we said. So how many weeks have we got? So it's in Nairobi in Kenya. So it's going to be a fair old whack on the flights, I think. Okay. So yeah, he's getting very, very good on these mid-slow courts, which is nice. His backhand's improving as well now. His rallying is getting a lot better. His self-confidence is improving. But I think maybe what we want to just keep him... we'll keep it on balance. I still don't really understand that. We just want to keep building up his physique up, because I think that's going to be important for later on. Right, we'll go on a week, and we're getting close to our game. At this stage, because you only have one player, it's all very, very quick, because we don't have any money. I mean, you can see where we are in terms of money. So we currently have this could be better. We currently don't have an awful lot of money. We're losing money hand over fist. I'm not sure why we're paying so much money for a plane that we haven't used yet. This doesn't make any sense. Or hotels and things like that. So we haven't used any of these things. But you can sort of see in a and maybe that's sort of a prediction. I don't know, because it seems to suggest we've got what 116 minus 116 pounds in the bank. So we've got Ed's Supermarket here, who are offering us a 6-month contract. If we can get to the quarterfinals in the singles or semi-finals on the doubles, we get £125. So that's not bad. So we will sign that, because we've got no other options at this stage. You just take what you're given, and we are a couple of weeks away. So I think now we sort of improve these things. We go back to trying to... what's this practice match? Maybe we do that, and we put it on the potential, because I don't know what that means. And then we go forward. So go forward a week. Okay, so this is the screen where we are heading off to Nairobi. As you see, we've got the option to take a different types of class seat on the plane. So an $800 plane fare, $50 a night in Nairobi. We have the option to go with the player or without the player. Obviously, if we go with the player, we're going to need more plane tickets. So we're not going to go. We're just going to send him off on his own. 13-year-old poor lad. He can go with his dad. Right, and then you get this screen. So we have been drawn against this guy, Tanozi, from Romania. Let's see if he's actually... So he has played a game. And it was in this... There's no way of actually clicking on these to kind of see how he did. So he played a game. He lost in the first round. So he's played one, lost one. Right. So we'll play the game. So as you can see, he's fairly good. This is him. He's got good forehand power. He's a lot better than we are. So we don't really have a chance here. So the game itself, you have the option of doing it in a text-based version or a 3D real-time match. But you can still skip through the points. So we'll go for the real-time match. Oh, look, that is the most unrealistic hair ever. And we'll watch the first couple of points. Oh dear, DeBadge. It actually looks like there's a crowd to watch them somehow, these sort of 13-year-olds. You know, the animation is not bad. It's not bad because this is not what it's all about. I've no idea what it's like. Oh, dear me, that's an awful serve. He's not started well, has he? But what you can do at this point, if you come to this version, if you sort of come into the 3D version, you can start to change how you play. So we can go a little bit more attacking.
15, 14.
It normally says. It's nice that it doesn't actually. There you go. Right. So we can change how we actually play. So we've lost that quite badly. So you go further from the baseline.
15 low.
So I don't know. Then we go attacking. We go in a bit closer. Oh, he's gone out. Is that our first point? And we'll try and push him back with the return of serve. We'll favour his backhand just because that's what I normally would do, I think. Because I would normally be playing people who are crap. And we will reduce his opportunity for doing drop shots.
Second service.
So what we can do now, and this is what I have been doing, is to then just move forwards to the next point, which is the next point where something important is happening. So it just kind of whizzes it forward, and as you can see, again we are on our serve. We're in a bit of trouble here. Can we get back into this? You can see we are nowhere near as good as this guy. He's got much more power than us, and we really need to build up some of those stats. He's yet to actually get it to his backhand. Oh look, that's a nice appreciation there. Right, I think we cut down the energy now because we look out of this, and we'll try and boost it in the second set, see if we can get something in the second set. Oh, what a shot that was. What a cross-court shot from DeBadge. But we don't want the break here. It'd be nice to... Oh, that's awful.
Game clear 2.
Right, we'll move forward. Oh, we've got a break point of our own here. Well, second serve. Oh, too good, too good. Yeah, we need to work on power and things like that by the look of it. Right, moving forward. And he's got a set point for a 6-love in the first set. Right, so we're gonna
Set player 2.
okay, we're gonna push this up now, and we'll move forward. So we've got our first point game on the board. Nicely done. So we're doing much better now. We've had that little bit of a rest, but it's 3-all, and we are 40-15 down in this game. Can we come back from this? I think it's quite good. It just comes back at these points, irrespective of what happens on them. We're staying with the tactical. I think it will reduce the net so they will go to the net less. He's an all-rounder, but we haven't actually developed his volleying. We've only developed the rest of him.
Low 15.
So I think you get some sort of experience points. I don't know quite what that does, where that comes from, or how you know. Yeah, too good. No. Awful.
15
Right, let's move
foul.
on. I think it's match point, but a much better second set here from your friend, Dabaj. And what a way to finish. What an awful
Game
shot
set
that is.
match player 2.
He's not happy. We're not happy. But that's not bad. So he's coming back. We spent a fair bit of money. We've got nothing left. This is the problem with this, because there's no way to get money at this point. And I'm slightly. Do you go then for the option of having the rich kid option that gives you a load of money, but then you have less practice sessions? Because I think practice is the most important. Anyway, so we've played our first game, lost our first match, and we're going to leave it there. But so you've seen the game in action. I'm thinking of maybe doing a little bit of a series with this if people would be interested in that, just possibly replacing the RimWorld series, but we will see. My overall thoughts on the game. I think, as I said right at the start, I think there's an awful lot of potential that this game has. I think a lot of the management aspects are interesting, maybe not developed quite enough. I think the finances are very simplistic. It's hard to kind of navigate around, and there needs to be a little bit more work on kind of making those kind of more workable and understandable. I think the training aspect is quite easy to do, which makes it better in some ways than in Football Manager, where a lot of people just get the AI to do the training, because this is what it's all about, I guess. So I quite like that aspect of the training. I think there's a few things here and there where you could click a few buttons to see a few more stats on players and things like that, but this will all come with time, I imagine. But in general, I think the game itself is really interesting, and I can really see myself getting a little bit hooked on this game, trying to get this player. And certainly as you get further in with more players, you will everything will become more involved. Whether I constantly play the 3D version, I don't know. I don't think you have quite as much control in the 2D version. I might be wrong about that, and let me know down in the comments if that is the case. But I think the 3D version is kind of nice, that you can give them change how the player plays over that period. As if you're I don't know if you're allowed to coach from the sidelines. No, you're not, but so maybe that's slightly unrealistic, but I all the same, I like it. And it's certainly very realistic that a player who's 13-year-old coming on the junior tour would certainly not be automatically winning games. They would be, they'd have to work their way up to that. They'd need to improve in lots of different areas. So I think it's fairly realistic in terms of how people are doing. I'd love to, a few more of the buttons, as I say. I'd like to be able to click on players, see statistics, how they've done in tournaments, and have all of the tournaments clickable and interlinked. And that certainly seems to be not the case on here. You have to go to certain screens to be able to see certain things. There isn't that sort of link between the different areas, which I think would make the game better. But overall, I think it's quite good. I did have a little go at the sort of the tennis game, as it were, just playing tennis. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's not as good as many other other games. Certainly, you wouldn't buy this as a tennis game. I think the management side is the thing that makes it a little bit different. So, I would say I'm certainly going to be playing a little bit more of this. And I hope you guys will go out and give it a look. But yeah, until let me know down in the comments your thoughts on this. Let me know if you want to see a series on this. I might well do it anyway, whether I get a comment or not, and we'll see how popular that turns out to be. And yeah, hopefully I will see you next time. Cheers, thanks a lot. Come and check out some of my other stuff as well, but see you next time. Cheers, bye.